Hi everyone. Hi, how are we doing? Hello, hello. How do we already have a water break? We just started. Hi friends, hi Kathleen, hi Monique, Brianna, Trish, Riri. Hello, Sarah, Mags, Vanchella. Roman. Hi everyone. Kathleen, how are we doing? How are we doing? We might as well start with a cheers since Nightbot wants us to cheers. Cheers. What's in your cup? What's on your hook? It is, it's me. It's me, it's hi. It's your friend. Hi, Lisa. How have you been, Lisa? Leah, how are you? Nightbot wants to make sure we're properly prepared for all the crocheting. Exactly. Nightbot is like, all right, guys, let's do our stretchies before we begin. I'm glad you guys couldn't hear that. Hi, Peggy. How are you doing? How are you doing? Making sure that we have our water. What's in your cup? What's on your hook, friends? Coffee and today's square. How's it going? How are we doing with New Year, New Blanket? Where are we? Checking in. Are we caught up? Do we have all of our squares done? I think Michelle already finished the Sedge square for today. I feel like Michelle be camping out waiting for that blog update. Tina, how are you? Watering cup, Jovi on hook. How's your Jovi going, Sarah? Hi friends, hi. My name is Sammy, and this is New Year, New Blanket. Oh, let's put up my New Year, New Blanket. New Year, New Blanket. Where we are crocheting our blankets for charity. Today we're working on the Sedge stitch. I'm very excited for this one. This is a really, really nice stitch because it's dense, but also like not dense. It's nice. It's nice. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited for this. So we'll be working on this one today. I completely got off track because I realized that my dress form is moved. What was I saying? Hello, hi. This is New Year, New Blanket, brought to you by Yarn Over Hook. Yarn Over Hook is a free social media for crocheters to create, learn, and connect with other crocheters from around the world. You can join for free at yarnoverhook.com. We would love to have you. We would love to see what you are making. If you are already a member, hi, hello, welcome. Thank you very much. Yeah, oh my gosh, I did a bunch of rearranging. I'm doing a lot of like pre-spring cleaning and moved my dress form and forgot to put her back. So my New Year, New Blanket is like, where am I? You're a very slow crochet, not caught up yet. Still have 6 granny, the shell, border for your block, and today's LOL. I'm a slow crocheter. Oh my gosh, it's totally fine. Totally fine. This is not, again, this is a low pressure kind of deal. You don't have to be finished all at the same time. It is perfectly fine if you finish well after us. So no pressure, Leah, at all. As long as like I'm hitting my goal of y'all like learning new stitches, creating a blanket for charity, like us making something together, like that's my goal. That's my goal. So as long as you're still in that realm and still like coming along with us, then I'm perfectly fine. I'm happy and feel great and wonderful. Lisa, got a bad cough. In your cup is coffee. On your hook is a scarf. Lisa, if you have a bad cough, why are you drinking coffee? Coffee's gonna dry out your throat, girl. You gotta have some like honey lemon water. Coffee's gonna make it worse. Water in my cup, but I'm not a doctor. Water in my cup, New Year, New Blanket on my hook. I'm just a concerned crochet friend. I've also started on a batch of bluegrass. Mags, I love it. I love it. Trish, coffee in my cup and multitasking, working on a new technology. Ooh, that sounds like mysterious. And making water balloons. Wait, like water or what is that? What is that, Trish? How fun. Okay, are we ready for the Sedge stitch? I need to get my announcements out first. What's today, Tuesday? New last week in crochet. That is in the description below, so make sure that you check that out. Lots of fun things always happening around the world in Last Week in Crochet. And make sure that you subscribe to Exploration Crochet Substack so that you get it straight to your mailbox every Monday. Okay, make sure you check that out. Tomorrow or tonight, Granny Square YouTube members get early access to the video for this week. I'm really excited. I'm very, very excited for it. I'm really excited. I hope that you guys enjoy it. And I have ideas already for the month of February. So I'm very excited. Very, very excited for the vlogs. And I hope that y'all are enjoying them. The current vlog is still out. So that is a pattern roundup. It is still making its rounds. So make sure that you give that a like, a comment, and a hype, if you will. Today's Monday, so hype's just reloaded. So if you want to spare a hype for that video, I'd really appreciate it. From what I can tell, you can only hype from your phone. So I really appreciate it. And tomorrow is going to be a square up. Stitches is on pause for a little bit while Alexis visits with family. So for the foreseeable future, we're gonna have some square ups and some fun to make up for stitches for the next few Wednesdays, okay? I'll let you know as soon as Alexis is back and Stitches is back. And then, I think that that's it, really. Regular scheduled programming after that. Yeah, I think that's it. Is it Lacia? How are you? You're newbie to our channel. Welcome. Dawn, you have a Profi in your cup and working on a sweater scarf. Is it protein coffee? It's so funny. My bestie did that all through college. And it's funny how it's popular all through high school and college. And it's funny how it's super popular now. It's very funny. Like literally that was over 10 years ago. We graduated from college. So like, it's so funny to see that like being a trend right now. What's in your Profi? Can we get a teaser for the new vlog? Can we get a teaser? It's something that I'm gonna do every month. That's it. That's what it is. So I can just tell you, it's a little wrap up. It's a little wrap up of January. I figure I want to take more time to celebrate projects that I've finished. I feel like I focus a lot on my WIP list and not a whole lot on projects that I finished. So this is going to be a monthly thing. We're going to do a monthly check-in on projects that we are done with, projects that we are carrying into the next month, because I feel like we need to celebrate our wins, not focus so much on like what we still have to do. Like to-do lists are boring. They're not boring, but like I like to-done lists. I prefer to-done lists. Like even with my days, like I did it a lot last year, but celebrating what you got done that day as opposed to focusing on like what you need to do, yuckies. So this video is like a to-done list for the month. I really like it. So I hope that you guys do. Oh, nice, Dawn. What's the flavor? Hi, Jen. Oh, you're making crochet water balloons. Weren't you making those last year too? Hi, Vivian. Hello, everyone. Getting over a head cold, drinking hot tea with lemon and peppermint, and working on a lap throw. Very nice. I hope that you get over your head cold. She was way ahead of the curve. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, hey. I know, it was funny because like anytime we went to Dunkin', I always wondered why she ordered her drink like half full. Or like not half full, but there was a chunk of it missing from the top. And then she would like tell me, and I'm like, she would tell me like she added protein and like some more milk and like a whole bunch of stuff. It's really funny. It's really funny to see what's out now. Chocolate covered salted pretzel flavor. What? That sounds incredible, Dawn. My yarn for the Suzette Raglan cardi arrived, but I'm trying to finish a sweater for Valentine's Day first. Go, Jen, go. Trying a new editing app. Good luck, Trish. Gladys, how are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, I like. Oh, I'm glad. Hi, Jenny. Just got here. Had to help Hub with taxes. It is that season. 'Tis the season. Oh, Kathleen, thank you. I'm so glad that you guys like it. Monique, 5 months with the best group. Monique. Thank you. Confetti, confetti. Thank you so much, Monique. I love that they have these little celebration things. Thank you. I can't wait to see the 1 years. I can't wait to see you guys with purple granny squares. I'm so excited. Yeah, they are popular at my market. Oh, fun, Trish. I love it. Okay, so we are going to be working on the Sedge square today. Ta-da! Is this right? Yeah. Ta-da! It's a really, really fun texture, and it's super, super simple. Y'all know how much I really like stitches that have neat little boxes. And these are neat little boxes. Love, 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 love. So make sure that you grab the pattern, the written pattern. And I think we can get started. I need to catch up on my squares. Aren't you doing the small blanket, Jen? Not to call you out on anything. We're calling in. We're calling in to our friends. Remember, we don't call out, we call in. Jen, how's it going? I know that you're trying to finish a sweater by Valentine's Day, so I won't give you too much grief. Not too much grief, not too much grief. I am, but I was away for both Saturdays and haven't had time to watch videos yet. Oh yeah, you were. You were. No, no worries. No worries at all. Oh my gosh, Monique, thank you for gifting. Welcome, Sylvia, Jessica, MRC, Chantal, and CEO Nicole. Okay, Nicole, CEO. Welcome. Welcome to the membership. Thank you so much, Santa Monique. This is my last one as a member as cutting costs. Oh, no worries. No worries at all. Oh my gosh, you do not have to explain that to me and to the public like that. You're totally fine. No worries at all. Oh goodness, what is this? What is happening? Stop, please. Stop, please. You know those like memes where you drip water on your phone and it just kind of does whatever it wants? I just turned it over and it was like, okay, so I'm going to play all of this stuff. My gosh, let's calm down. Let's calm down. I went to my friend's house to watch Bridgerton. What season is this even? Congratulations on the new membership. Congratulations, friends. Okay. So we're going to do the Sedge. Super, super simple stitch. Very, very simple stitch. This one kind of comes out a little bit smaller. So this one is one that you might have to block. I know for mine, I just like, it was like just a little small. So I just like stretched it to fit and now it's perfect, perfectly fine. So just as a heads up, it'll come out a little bit smaller because it's such a big stitch. It was either it's going to be too big or just a little too small. So we went a little bit too small on the smaller size, but this is a nice stretchy stitch. This is a nice malleable stitch. So it'll block perfectly fine. So there's no concern there. Okay, as long as you don't crochet it too tightly, you should be able to block it to where you need it to be. I need to be sure that I put it back how it was. Because I really just stretched it. I really stretched it out. My poor square is like, eh. Wait. Okay, cool. Back to where it was. Season 4? Oh, it's only on season 4? Chantal, welcome to the membership. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much, Monique. We did 4 episodes in one go. It was long, but it was the only day that worked for our schedules. I'm at work, but wanted to say hi and thank you. Have a great stream, square day, everyone. Thank you so much, Chantal. Have a good day at work. Okay, shall we get started? So you need your yarn. You need, let me get this up. You need B, whatever color you assigned to B. So that would have been the second color on your moss stitch and whatever secondary color you did for your short wave. That's the color that we're going to need for this square. So make sure that you have that and your 5mm hook. And you're going to need 2 stitch markers for this one. We definitely want to use stitch markers for this one because there is a stitch that can get really, really lost and get too tight. Can easily get too tight. So you want stitch markers, okay? I'll be back hopefully before the live ends. No worries. I'm missing a comment, Brianna. Hi, Sharon. Yeah, I think I'm missing one of your comments, Brianna. Okay. Be sure that I have this up. Sharon, how are you doing? And have this up. Perfect. 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 I mean, this is, gosh, this is such an easy pattern. I don't even really need to have it up. Okay. So we have a color B, 5mm hook, 2 stitch markers. Stitch markers. Okay. I sent it too fast. I probably think I was being naughty. I know YouTube has been like, I even changed the moderation settings. What's the mod so bad? Alrighty. Let's get this started. I think we're all good. Camera wise. Okay. I know, it's very strange. It's very strange. Okay, mini cam. Hello, friends. Hello, hello. Okay, so I have my swatch gauge here so I can go over swatch with y'all. Again, I highly recommend this swatch gauge. It makes things super, super easy. It's 4 inches and 10 centimeters. I need to just contact this person because I'd love to get some like made for yarn over hook and like give them away. I feel like that would be super, super fun. Give some away, put some in our store. Let me find the link for this. Thank you. I will never forget the camera, the mani cam that they had on, what did they have? They had it on, was it Oscars? They'd have the girls come in and do it because it was like, because all they care about is how the girls look on the red carpet. And so they would have the girls come in. And I remember Jennifer Lawrence, when I was like such a huge fan of hers, she came in and she did like a, and like danced. And it was so funny. It was so, so funny. I like always, that is like such a special like memory for me because it was when she was doing Hunger Games. And I loved Hunger Games until the last one. And that was like always, gosh, that like, it was so fun. It was just so fun. I don't know why, but that's like a special memory for me. I miss the shoe cam on Wendy Williams. Wait, there was a shoe cam? Lecia, you only know how to crochet a scarf. I mean, if you make it bigger, then you'll know how to crochet a blanket. And if you make a few scarves in different sizes, you'll make panels for a sweater. It's funny because you know how it's like everything is it's either a sandwich, what is it? It's either a salad, soup, or sandwich. Is that what it is? Salad, soup, or sandwich. Yeah, every meal is either a sandwich, soup, or salad. I feel like every crochet, what can we say for crochet for that equivalent? Okay, let me get the swatch gauge for you guys. That's what I'm getting. Swatch gauge. I spell gauge. I always spell that wrong. Thank you, Fontrella. I'm trying to get the link for y'all. Yeah, here it is. This is the one I got. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Highly, highly recommend it. Gotta find our live so I can talk to y'all. I wish that there was like a better interface for lives on the app for people who are actually like doing the live. YouTube. Has anybody else's YouTube app been acting weird with the chat? It's like it won't load. It won't load the chat. There we go. Okay. Swatch gauge. This is where I got mine. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Everything can be reduced to simple shapes. And so that's why I'm like, okay, so what can crochet be? What can crochet be? Because I feel like crochet can have one. Okay, so here's our gauge. Our gauge for this square is 5 sedges, 13 rows. A sedge stitch is a single crochet, half double crochet, all in the same stitch. All in the same stitch. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sedges. And the way you want to count rows is like, let me see, because you can kind of see this row is like laying on top. Depending on the side that you're looking at, one row is going to be more prominent than the other. So where I like to measure mine is just at the top of that less prominent one, and then count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And then we have it here. We have that less prominent row here just a bit. So it's like about 13 rows. Okay, it's 4 by 4 or 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. Okay, and that is our sedge stitch. Again, this square is going to come out just a teensy bit smaller than your size. So a little bit smaller than 6, 10, and 12 inches. Just like a small amount. It shouldn't be very much. It's a very small amount. But it is very malleable. This is a very stretchy stitch. As you can see, like I'm at like 9 3/4 that way. And so I can give actually a little bit this way. And it'll probably even out a bit more. Again, measure in the middle. So you have a bit over 9 3/4 this way. And you can't really see this one. This one is also like just under 10. Let's see if I can get that. Like, there we go. Like just under 10. Like right at 10? Like, nah, like right at 10. So it's going to be just a teensy bit smaller. So don't worry about that. Just make sure you hit gauge so you're not using too much yarn or too little yarn. Okay? Michelle, are you already done with this square? Sylvia, welcome to the membership. I hope you enjoy it. Hi, Gloria. How are you doing? Okay, so let's get started. You want to be sure to have stitch markers. We have our stitch markers here, 5mm hook, and whatever you assigned to color B. Here we go. Whatever you assigned to color B. Okay? Oh my gosh, did you post a picture? I can't believe you're already done. That makes me happy. I'm glad that it was so easy. Alrighty. So for this square, you're going to chain a multiple of 3. Make sure you do not chain it too tightly or it will cinch. I've said this a few times on our last stitches, and the reason being is because you're skipping chains and working sometimes a lot into that next chain, that following chain. So if you do your chain too tightly, that's going to really pull it in. So you do not want to do your chain too tight. You want to do a nice neutral tension. You haven't posted yet? Oh my gosh. I can't believe you finished it. It makes me so happy. Oh, thanks. I'm sure of it. Yay! Welcome. Alrighty. So we're going to chain a multiple of 3. For small, you're going to chain 24. For medium, you're going to chain 36. And for large, you're going to chain 42. Oh, goodness gracious. How many do I want to do? Do I want to just do the small? Probably. I'll just do the small. I'm sure to demonstrate as many as I possibly can. Oh, I was so close. Okay, so you'll chain your multiple of 3. Again, for small, that's 24. For medium, that's 36. And large is 42. I don't think I pinned the blog post. I'm pretty sure that that's pinned. Here we go. All right, so nice like neutral chain. Nice even and neutral chain. It's not too tight. Okay, you just don't want it too tight. Then we're going to turn it over and work in the bumps. We're going to skip 1, 2, and work a half double crochet in the third chain from our hook. So we'll yarn over, insert your hook into that chain, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And then in that same chain, we're going to work a double crochet. So we'll yarn over, insert your hook into that same chain, yarn over, and pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook. And that gives us our first sedge. In this pattern, the chain 1 counts as a single crochet. So our turning chain here is our first single crochet for our sedge. In this single crochet, in this turning chain here, we want to place a stitch marker. And you want to place a stitch marker because we're going to be working back into this at the end of the next row. And you want to be able to identify it and get in there pretty easily. So I'm going to put my stitch marker underneath the V where I would insert my hook in the following row. So now that's all set. So we have our first sedge and we have a stitch marker marking our first single crochet of the row. Then we'll skip 1, 2, and we're going to do another sedge in the third chain from our last sedge. So skipping 1, 2, and in that next chain, we're going to work a single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet, all in the same chain. So first we'll do our single crochet. And then we'll do our half double. And then we'll do our double. And that's our next sedge. And we'll just repeat that all the way to the end with remaining of 3 chains at the end. So go until there are 3 chains at the end. So we're going to skip 1, 2, and in this next chain, we'll do the exact same thing that we just did. Single crochet, so we'll insert our hook into that chain, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through both of those loops on your hook for our single crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook back into that same chain, yarn over and pull through. We have 3 loops on our hook, we'll yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on our hook for our half double crochet. Then we'll yarn over, insert your hook back into that same stitch, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops only, yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops on your hook, giving us our next sedge. Then we'll continue this all the way. So we're going to skip 2, sedge, skip 2, sedge, skip 2, sedge, skip 2, sedge, and leave those last 3 chains, and I'll tell you what we'll do once we reach that. So on to our next sedge. This one is a great stitch because, like I said, it's thick, but also airy. I don't know how that's a thing, but I think because the stitches are so large, there is a little bit of a gap in between each one. So even though the stitch is pretty dense, you still get that kind of like still a bit of breathing room in it. So I find that this stitch is great for blankets, especially baby blankets. I think it would be great in like DK or like light. I feel like it would be awesome in that. Or even like a sweater, if you wanted to do a sweater. I think it would be gorgeous in that one as well. Oops. Did I mess up? Oh, I think I did. Hold on. Oh, I did. I skipped 3 on that one. There we go. I'm supposed to go in this one. So yeah, I think that this is a really good stitch. I think it's a great beginner stitch. I think it's a good stitch for towels. It'd be a really good stitch for towels. I think it'd be a great stitch for trivet. Trivet? Am I saying that right? I feel like I say that word all the time, and every time I say it, I'm like, girl, I don't think that's how you say that. But that's how I'm going to say it from now on. You just posted. It's 1 a.m. here. I nodded off. It's been a long day. No worries. No worries, Sharon. Make sure that you rest up. Thick but lofty. Yes. Water break. Unclaw your hands. Unshrimp your pasta. Cheers. Alrighty. So where was I? Yeah, single crochet? I think so. Let me move the stitch marker. It's making so much noise. Hi, furry friends in yarn. How are you doing? It's also 1 a.m. where you are. Oh my gosh. We have our late night friends. Give it. Oh, trivet rhyme. Oh, trivet rhymes with give it. See, that's boring. I'm calling it trivet. What's a trivet? I feel like that's something else. I've just been saying trivet this whole time. I've been saying that for a long time. I'm just gonna say potholder. Because trivet sounds awesome. Trivet sounds like fancy. Trivet doesn't. Trivet sounds boring. But now I feel like trivet is something else. Is this something else? Sharon, I made a few sweaters for my 5-year-old grandson with this stitch. They worked up really well. Oh yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I feel like this stitch is great for sweaters. It's awesome for sweaters. It's fast, it's easy. It is a yarn eater. So if you have a lot of yarn that you want to get rid of, this is a really good stitch. Okay, so we have 3 chains left. So in this last chain here, we're just going to do a standard single crochet. We'll insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops on your hook, giving us a single crochet there at the end. Trivet, the way you pronounce it, is like a bougie potholder. I mean, right? It sounds fancy. It sounds fancy. Trivet is the guy in Walker, Texas Ranger. That's probably where I heard it from. I'm pretty sure my grandma likes that show. I never caught up on those squares, LOL, but I'm still gonna watch your live. Oh, no worries at all. This is like more like a hangout and then a walkthrough for, you know, crocheting along purposes. But we love having you hanging out. What are you working on? What's in your cup? What's on your hook? So that is the first row. Our first row of Sedge. Sedge stitch, super beginner friendly, yarn eater, perfect for big projects. How was that? An 8 out of 10 maybe? 8 out of 10? Maybe a 9? Did you ever watch Keeping Up Appearances? It's like pronouncing bucket as bouquet. I'm here for it. That is so funny. No, I never watched it. I'm like not good at watching like programs. I literally only watch anime and true crime. Yeah, that's like really, that's it. Oh, and like YouTube. But most of that is also like true-ish crime. I know a lot of you guys have recommended that show. Don, I think trivet is different than a potholder. Potholder is made of cloth. A trivet of wood, clay, metal, and has short feet to keep it off the table. That's what I'm thinking of. Thank you, Dawn. That's what I'm thinking. Because I was like, I'm pretty sure that that's something that goes under a pot. That must be what I'm thinking. The thing that's like, it could be like made out of like clay, cast iron. I think I've had like a cast iron one before, right? That's also called a trivet, right? So that's probably why I think it's also, why the potholder thing is also called a trivet. But then like, why wouldn't it be called a trivet? Yeah, wait, but then like, but that's the same thing. Because it's not necessarily a potholder, it's the thing that goes under a pot. So why wouldn't it be called a trivet too? We're calling it trivets, I don't care. Yeah, trivets protect your table count. Okay, so is it trivet or trivet? Okay, we're doing a poll. Okay, so so you said trivet, and then I'm gonna put trivet. Okay, there. How do you say trivet or trivet? Okay, and then let me add a third option. Oh man. Oh, there we go. Okay, there. Rock the boat, friends. Many use pot holders as trivets. That's what I'm thinking. Tomato. Wingardium Leviosa. That word always sounds fake to me. It makes me think of the actor Aaron Tveit. How do you pronounce that? Foyer versus foyer. When I was shopping at Target, I would say, depending on what I was going to get, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to Target or Target. If I was getting groceries, I'm like, oh, I'm going to Target. If I was getting makeup or something, I'd go like, oh, I'm going to Target. If I was getting like house decor, it's going to Target. Bye, Brunette. Thank you for hanging out. I shared your channel with a friend a few days ago, Sammy. She's starting a crochet channel. I sincerely recommended your channel to her. Thank you so much, Sharon. I really appreciate that. Sarah, cork? Yes, I have cork trivets. I have cork ones. What? I don't even know where to begin to pronounce that. Nah, I don't know. I have no idea. Can I buy a vowel? How do you say that, Tina? How are you, Tina? I don't know if I said hi. Oh yes, if it's a leisurely trip, it was Target. The trivet can't be used as a pot holder. True. A pot holder can be used as a trivet can't be used as a pot holder. Absolutely. A bird can fly, but a fly can't bird. We're deep, y'all. You guys hear Leo out there yelling? Leo, sweetie. Leo. All right, he's probably gonna be yelling for a little bit. He's been like loving that. He plays like hide and seek with Toshi. And so he'll sit somewhere and just yell until Toshi comes and like bats him and then runs away. So that's what we figured out they've been doing. Like they'll sit in spots and just yell, wait for the other one to come in and find them. Anyway. It's like Marco Polo. It's almost like Marco Polo. Same with Target when I'm buying home decor or beauty products. Yes. Yeah, sometimes you have to turn on the fancy. The fancy must be turned on in some circumstances. Random thought, but if a fly didn't have wings, would it be called a walk? A strut, if you will. A stroll, one might say. Alrighty, so once you have row 1 done, this is something interesting because Mags, I think you asked this the other day. Do you chain and then turn or turn and then chain? And I said that there's a very subtle difference. There's a very subtle difference if you were to chain and then turn, because when you chain and then turn, it turns your chain more, in my opinion. If you turn and then chain, I feel like your chain is more forward. So for this one, turn, loosen up your hook, and chain 1. Okay? You don't want a tight chain. We're gonna have to work back into this. So here's where your second stitch marker comes into play. So you want to place that second stitch marker in that chain that you put, because that counts as our single crochet, and we're going to work into that once we come back with round 3. So, rude. So just make sure that you mark it nice and good. Oh, it wasn't you, Max? Who asked that? I thought that was you, Max. That one wasn't me. Just all the other questions. Max, I love you. Oh my gosh, Dawn. And JCPenney, Jacques Penney. That is so funny. That is so funny. Jacques Penney. Try Google Translate. Oh, I'm gonna. Where did it go? Let me find it before we start this row. Okay, there we go. I want to know how to pronounce this. You're not tricking me, right? This isn't like a trick word. Like, hold on, let me be sure. Okay, so detect the language, and then I'm gonna put this in here. And I'm gonna translate it first. Oh my gosh. I can't even like compute this letter combination. Tin. We're over here like, is it trivet or trivet? And Tina's over there like, in Norway, we use the whole alphabet to explain that device that you were using. Did I not spell it correctly? Why are there so many vowels in that word? There are lag. Wait, but why isn't it translating it? Translate. Is it Norwegian? It's not. It's not translating. Please hold. Because now I'm curious. I love it when we're talking about stuff, especially languages, and y'all come in with your language and you're like, this is it. Ooh, okay, so pot stand. Hold on. Grytunerag. Did I say that okay, Tina? I don't know if I can do it again, so I hope you caught it. I don't think I can say it again. Right, friends, I had a positivity boost today because I finished a blanket and my channel is at 18 stars. That's so awesome. Congratulations. White Castle was sometimes Whitey Cassels. That does sound nicer. I have tons of fun with Google Translate. I am crocheting a blanket. We're crocheting this square for this blanket. Crochet is just French for hook. It is. Makes me think of German. It's Norwegian, yeah? The word you just gave me, Tina? Don't know if they have, or is it German? No, I translated it from Norwegian. Don't know if they have Primark in the US or the UK. Some people call it Primarni. Ooh, that sounds fun. Put trivet in the English side and translate it to Norwegian. I bet some of those vowels are the special characters that are used. Oh, okay, we'll do that one more time and then I'll go. This is so fun. I mean, I thought that I could just like switch it. No, not translate from English. Switch it. Okay, so put pot holder. Oh, that is so funny. So many, I lost more than half the vowels. That is so interesting. I lost half the vowels. That is so cool, Dawn. Oh my gosh. No, I put it in and I lost I literally lost half the vowels. All right, let's do row 2. So you're gonna turn and then chain 1 and mark that chain. In the single crochet that we did from the previous row, ending our previous row, we're gonna start with a half double and then a double crochet. Just like we did beginning our first row. And that counts as our first sedge for this row. So remember that chain 1 counts as a single crochet. So we have our single crochet, half double, and double in that single crochet from the previous row. So now we're going to skip this double and this half double and work in the single crochet of the sedge from the previous row. So here, this is our double crochet. This is our half double crochet. This is our single crochet. So you're going to work a sedge in every single crochet from the previous row. And that is literally it. That's it. That's the stitch. That is so cool. Wait, so Dawn, are you Norwegian? Tina's Norwegian. We have more Norway representation in here. Worldwide, Dale, 305. You'll know that you worked in the single crochet of your sedge because of how the sedge pops up from the previous row. So that's how you get these neat little boxes. So make sure that you go into the single crochet. Don't go into the double or the half double, but the single crochet. No, but I lived in Denmark for a while and the languages are similar. Oh, how fun. How is Denmark? Not me being as stupid and saying it's 1 a.m. It's literally 12. Probably read the time wrong somehow. No worries. It might be bedtime. And so this is my next single crochet, my full sedge here. And this is my single crochet. So I'm going to work my next sedge into that stitch. Can y'all hear my stitch marker? Stitch marker is like all over the place. And then the next single crochet. I feel like if I were to look at this stitch, I would not have been able to tell that this was all it comprised of. So fun. Such a beautiful stitch. Beautiful country. I really want to go. We're going to Scotland in September, and I really would have loved to like just travel around in that area. But like all of that over there, all of the beauty would have been nice. We'll have to make another trip. Okay, so when you get to this last sedge, we're going to work in that turning chain that counted as a single crochet in the previous row. We're going to work a single crochet. We're going to end this row just like we ended our previous row with a single crochet in the last stitch. So we're going to put a single crochet in the top of that turning chain there. That is why we're using our stitch marker so that we can easily identify it. So we'll put our single crochet, the final stitch for this row, in the stitch that we marked with our stitch marker. Maybe sure I go into the stitch and not around it. There we go. You don't want to do it too tight. You can end up cinching the sides if you do your ending stitches too tightly. So you don't want to do your chain too tightly because you're going to have to work into it, and you don't want to do your single crochet too tightly because it's going to pull the sides in. The sides of this square are already going to be pretty tight. So you don't want to tighten it too much more by adding tension to your final stitches, your final and your first stitches. So make sure that there's not too much tension in those stitches. Yeah, I would love to go to Ireland. I would really love to go to Ireland. Okay, and then that's row 2. So you're just going to repeat row 2 over and over and over again until your desired length. For the small square, you're going to want to do 17 rows. For the medium, you'll do 29, and for the large, you'll do 35. Again, this works up super, super fast. From here, we'll remove our stitch marker that we just worked into. Chain 1, nice and loose. Y'all see how big this chain is. This would be a tight chain. Okay, we see how small that is. very tiny. Don't want to do that. If we do that, it's going to get so lost in that sedge. And it's really, really hard to find it and work into it if you do it too tightly. So make sure that you do it nice and loosely. And then mark it. Oh, hold on. Turn first. I'm used to chaining before turning. There we go. Turn and then chain 1. And let's mark that chain. There we go. So that it makes it much more easy to find once we work that next row. Okay, and then the same thing from here. No worries, furry friends. My favorite author made me long for Ireland. Who's your favorite author? We're gonna work in this single crochet here from the previous row. So first with a half double crochet, and then a double crochet, all in that single crochet from the previous row, giving us our first sedge stitch. So this is my preferred stitch marker. I haven't used the one that's just a spiral. I haven't used that one, but I don't know if I can trust it. I'd have to like really twist it in. And I feel like I can't trust myself to do that every single time. So I definitely prefer these ones. And then the fancy ones with the lobster claw, I don't particularly like those because they're not very easy for me to do, especially with longer nails. I feel like it's just like, it takes too much time. Pinching makes sense. It's just a pinch. That makes sense to me. There's too much like coordination with like grabbing the lobster claw. And then again, I don't trust myself to fully twist in a twisting stitch marker. I feel like those would be fast, but like, I feel like I won't twist it in enough and I'll lose my spot. Bye, furry friends. Have a good night. So these are definitely my preferred stitch marker. Oh, your mom's side of the family is about 90% Irish. Oh, have you been? UK is beautiful. So many lovely places to visit. Talking about it makes me homesick. Aw. When would you go home next? Sharon? Maeve Vinci? I'll have to look that up. I'd love to visit India. Their wildlife is incredible. Have you seen their birds? So Indian food is probably mine and my husband's favorite type of food. Right after Japanese food. It's probably Japanese food, Indian food, Mexican food. Is that accurate? I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Yeah, we love Indian food. We love Indian food. I have a friend who's Indian, and her mom makes me food. And it's so good. Her roti is so good. And chana masala is one of my favorites. And I just love chickpeas, everything chickpeas. So she puts chickpeas in everything. And then my husband loves lentils. So she does lentils for everything. We're very lucky. It's so good. It's so authentic. It's so good. I swear she thinks I'm too small and just wants to fatten me up. Haven't been yet, but want to. You have to go. Roman, makes sense. Thank you. Of course. Hi, Robin. How are you? We have garden snakes running around in the summer. Oh my gosh. I need to try more Indian food. I've only tried a couple of items. Indian rollers don't even look real. What is that? Indian rollers? What is that? Okay, so I'm going to continue on with this one. Again, working in the single crochets of the previous row with a single crochet, half double, and double. Single crochet, half double, double. Brianna rediscovered lentils last week and they're my whole personality right now. I love lentils. I love lentils. Now I want Indian food. I have some in my fridge. She just made me some. I forgot. So maybe I'll have Indian later. And then my favorite naan. I put you on my favorite naan. It's from Whole Foods. My favorite like store-bought naan. I prefer naan like from our restaurant. And then roti from my friend's mom. But put you guys on this naan from Whole Foods that I get. I literally will just put butter on it and eat it by itself. It's so good. They put so many spices on top of it. I don't know what the green is. It's something, but it's flavorful. And a ton of garlic. I love how we always end up talking about food. Let me see what the brand is. I just know what the package looks like. I think the name is really silly too. Oh no. Oh, my store is sold out. Wait, am I on the right one? Oh no, I'm not on Whole Foods. There we go. It's called Truly Indian. That's the brand. And their garlic naan, my mouth is literally watering. Their garlic naan is so good. It's so, so good. They say it's like truly authentic. And I mean, it's, man, they bury it in buttery, garlicky, spice goodness. It's so good. It's so good. So if you are looking for some store-bought naan, if you're in a pinch, highly recommend Truly Indian from Whole Foods. I've also tried the one from Trader Joe's, and it's not bad, but that one's my favorite. Anyone here likes crocheting single crochet gems? The ones with the beads? My husband wants me to make one for us. Indian food is amazing. Robin, how do you come in here and drop that and then not respond to the questions that we have? What are you doing? Okay. Let me complete this row, and then I want to crochet with y'all. So again, you're going to reach the end of this row without working in this last sedge. We're going to do a single crochet in our turning chain. That counts as a single crochet. So we're going to work into that, what we marked from the previous row. I'm going to insert my hook into that chain one, turn over, pull through, and single crochet. You see how easy it was to go into that stitch. So again, I highly recommend you chain very, very loosely and that you put a stitch marker in. Okay. Then we'll take that stitch marker out, turn, chain one. Whoops. There we go. And put our stitch marker into that chain so that we're good for the next row. That's the sedge stitch. Super easy. Super easy. Are there any questions? Oh, shirt hems. That is so funny. That's so funny. Have you not seen the gems? That's funny. That's really funny. Oh my gosh. Water break, posture check. Perfect timing. Cheers. Unclaw your hands. Unshrimp your pasta. I'm going to work on my granny squares. I have 7 done now, so I'm working on my 8th. So I'm going to keep chugging along on those. Renee, how are you? How are your squares coming? How's your day? Have you been enjoying the weather? Y'all, it's supposed to be almost 90 degrees tomorrow. I think it's like 86. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yes. Yarn over hook check. I needed this live stream today. I spent much of the day at work yesterday thinking it was Friday. It's going to be a long week. Oh, Max. I feel that. Yay, it looks so good. It looks so good in that color, Monique. I love it. Sarah Dovey didn't have more color that worked with it, so started on the black. Oh. So it's going to be framed then by the black. That's perfect. That looks great. Black was a good call. That's going to look like, it looks like a supernova. It's like space. It looks like a galaxy. Sarah, that's so awesome. I love it. Love. If you have not joined Yarn Over Hook yet, we would love to have you. We would love to see what you are making. It is absolutely free, a free social media for crocheters. You can join at yarnoverhook.com. I cannot wait to see what you are making. You gotta post a picture because I'm doing Yarn Over Hook checks and would love to see what you are currently working on while hanging out in the live. Michelle! Oh my gosh, it came out perfectly. How was the sizing? I love it. See, the other thing that I love about this square, when I took this photo, when I was taking photos for this square, it took me so long to figure out which way was right. Like, if you made panels for a sweater in this, or you made something that was like all in one go, like a cuff to cuff, you don't have to worry about it looking strange upside down because it looks incredible in any direction you put it. It's such a good stitch. It's such a good stitch. And I only say that because Michelle, yours, I can't even tell which direction it is actually. Is it upside down? Like I can't tell. Yeah, this is just, it took me so long. And then when I was seaming the squares together, it took me so long. I had to like find my corner end. That's what indicated to me where the top was of the square. It's not easy to find. It's not. Yeah, okay, there's my tail. Yeah, it can look, it looks beautiful in any direction you put it. And I feel like you can't say that about every crochet stitch. Beautiful. Beautiful. Kayla, oh my gosh. Cute. Jenny. Kitty. Love. Is Mary Jensen here? I don't think Mary Jensen's here. I'm doing fine. You mean summer? Dogs are loving it. Skirts are coming along. All caught up. How's your Sedge stitch? Yay, it's actually upright and it stretches well on the blocking board. Oh, good. Oh, good. I know, like looking at a photo. It looks so good. Good. I'm so glad that the sizing came out well. Okay, I want to check the poll. What? 50% of y'all say trivet. 31 says trivet. Okay, cool. I'm gonna rock with y'all. 19% depends on if I want to sound fancy. So it's pretty much like a tie. Yay, I'm so glad. Have you done this stitch before, Renee? Or was this the first time? So simple, right? This stitch is so simple. Okay, friends. Would you rather... Oh, my chair. Would you rather seam, like always seam for the rest of your days, or weave in ends? Would you rather seam or weave in ends? This is the first time, I think, though who knows with my memory these days. I'm glad that you liked it. It's a good classy stitch. I love it. I think I would rather seam. I know. Surprise. Weaving in ends builds character. It builds something. Character, I don't know. But I'd rather seam. I'd rather seam. I bought yarn yesterday to start making 2 more hexacardies. Happy dance! I'm so happy I finished my grandson's jumper, aka my nemesis. I know, girl. I feel like in retrospect, it wasn't even a long time you spent on that sweater. But because we know how you whipping these things out for your grandbabies, that was a long time, Sharon. That was a long time that you spent on that sweater. So I'm glad that you got it done. Seam, seam, seam. Okay. Would you rather do a single crochet blanket or a never-ending, not never-ending, but a really long back loop only slip stitch ribbing? Back loop only slip stitch ribbing or single crochet blanket? There's nothing quite like finishing a project you had to battle your way through, right? Right? 100%, Mags. Absolutely. Absolutely 100%. Jenny, you have to pick. You gotta pick. That's not the game. Mag, single crochet blanket. Jen, single crochet. Dawn, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet. I'll take the single crochet. Slip stitch ribbing is sitting there like, oh. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. You're doing a back loop single crochet right now. Back loop single crochet at least works up faster. Because, man, you really feel that back loop slip stitch. You like really feel it. Yes, I felt it took far too long. The sleeves were a big problem. That's so interesting. Did you ever figure out what was the issue in the pattern? Single crochet blanket is boring but relaxing. Back loop only slip stitch is an exercise in frustration. You have to do all of the stitches over again because the hook slides out a lot. Or you skip one accidentally. Yeah. I'm noticing a strong trend here. Single crochet, single crochet. My unfinished single crochet blanket is haunting me from across the room. That's what you said, neither, Jenny. Your single crochet blanket came out like this. Single crochet blanket. I started the melt the ice hat and it's slip stitch ribbing city. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the crochet pattern for that hat is interesting. It seemed like a last minute job, I'm not gonna lie. Nice cause. But it seemed like a last minute kind of job. The knitted one looks so nice. It started as a slip stitch. I changed it. Oh. Yeah. Slip stitch. Okay, but back loop only slip stitch has grown on me. So alternating back loop only slip stitch and half double slip stitch though, it looks good. Fun Charlotte, single crochet blanket with a slip stitch ribbing border. The stuff of nightmares. Why would you do that, Max? Why would you combine the two? Jenny, single crochet is my least favorite stitch. Jen, I did a moss stitch Tim blanket, which is just single crochet chain, and it was so fun to do. But the edge on that was back loop only slip stitch. It was miserable. Oh, so yeah, you pretty much did it. Jen pretty much did the single crochet slip stitch, back loop only slip stitch combo. Took me almost as long as the blanket. It's a mess. There's a new update. Makes you want to learn to knit. Okay, I knew that would happen. Yeah, looking at that pattern, I was like, what is this? Such a bummer. But I'm glad that there's an update. Yeah, the knitted one looks nice. The knitted one is really nice. You should have commissioned somebody or something for the crochet one. Let me see. Mag's evil cackle. Something else. You know what's funny? I feel like you know that meme that's like, or like this. Yeah, that girl. She's like this, and then she's like this. I feel like this one is single crochet blanket. But then this one is single crochet tapestry. Because I think it's so funny how we like collectively as crocheters are like, oh, single crochet blanket? Absolutely, no way. But then a tapestry, and we're like, oh, tapestry, you say? And then we'll go and do a tapestry. I'm sticking with neither because 2026 is a year of projects that bring joy. Yes. Yes, Jenny, yes. Snaps to that. Absolutely. Kombucha girl? Oh, yes. Yes. I forget what it is that she's trying when she makes that face. Jenny, I love that. That was a good callback. That was a good callback. Oh, that is so funny. That was good. That was good. That was good. Okay, so what else? What else can we do? Okay. So since we're hating on the back loop only slip stitch ribbing, back loop only slip stitch ribbing, or you can only crochet in plus yarn. Which one? Back loop only slip stitch ribbing, or you can only crochet in plus yarn. To be honest, even after making Toshi's little blanket, I feel like I'd pick ribbing. I honestly feel like I'd pick ribbing. I can only work with plush for so long. And then I'm like, gosh, give me regular yarn. And by so long, it's like it's a short amount of time. I don't know how so many plush yarn artists. Trish, are you still here? I don't know how so many plush yarn artists can only work with plush, like, and not get tired of how it feels. I get so tired of how it feels on my hands. I feel like answering plush yarn is a betrayal to Alexis. Exactly. I'm taking pictures. I'm taking pictures of everyone who said plush. You betrayers. Jen said plush. Sylvia said plush. Kathleen said plush. I've tried using plush yarn many times and just cannot seem to do it at all. It's not intuitive. It's not fun. I don't like it. Like, to be honest, I don't like it. I don't like storing it. I don't like buying it because it's expensive now. It's so expensive now. And like, you want to use up all of it so that you're not left with it. I have like 2 scrap yarn projects like lined up so I can get rid of all the plush yarn that I have. I have, gosh, plush yarn, man. I hurt my wrist using blanket and plush yarns never again. Really, Jenny? How? Ribbing, I think, Max. Max, me too. I can do it in small doses, plush yarn. Ribbing, yeah, I'm like, ribbing. Give me slip stitch ribbing. Slip stitch ribbing. I'm not, yeah, plush yarn. And then I've never even tried chenille yarn. I can't even imagine. Ugh, I can't even imagine. Okay, Let's see. Well, how many of you guys have done hexagon cardigans? So individual granny square cardigan, all the granny squares, or hexagon cardigan? Which one? I didn't like it in the beginning. I don't mind it. I prefer worsted or DK, for sure. For sure. I'm gonna get all of y'all to pick ribbing. I gotta figure out what I gotta figure out. Roman, how can we get everybody to say ribbing? Gonna be put up against ribbing. Because I need more ribbing. Hexy. Probably the hook I was using. It was resisting sliding across the hook. Needed a lot of force. Ah. Brianna. Hexy. I've never made a wearable. You should try Hexicardi. Super easy. I would love to try Hexicardi. I would choose Hexicardi. Well, other than a hat. I would try Hexicardi. For sure. Okay. An entire blanket made with lace weight yarn, so that's 0. Or backlip only slip stitch ribbing. So a blanket, lap blanket. We'll do lap blanket size. Lap blanket size, lace blanket. Or backlip only slip stitch ribbing. I'm gonna get y'all to get slip stitch ribbing, I'm telling you. What? Jenny? How do I boot people from a live? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Just stream moment. Have you ever quit a project very early on because you couldn't figure it out? Yes. Absolutely. What's something that I quit early on because I couldn't figure it out? Oh, it was a sweater. I could probably absolutely tackle that right now. It was a sweater that I couldn't get gauge. I got True Boo. True Boo is my nemesis yarn. It's so slippery. It is inconsistent. It doesn't matter what I did with my tension. My stitches came out inconsistent. And I could not for the life of me meet gauge for the wearable that I was trying to make. So I tried to just I'm just going to go ahead and start the sweater. And it came out horribly. I think I maybe got 2 rows and then dumped it. That's my got out of a project early on. If you were new to skinny scarves or amigurumi. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me catch up. You guys are so funny. Blanket, I just quit crocheting. Those are the only options. Ribbing a hat or cuffs, not boring, but garments take forever. Blanket, that sounds interesting. Do you mean traditional lace work or crochet lace pattern? Just crocheting a blanket with lace yarn. So a lace weight blanket. Ribbing, okay, fine, ribbing. Renee, you pick blanket? That's going on Reddit. Sammy booting people for disagreeing. No, not the Sammy snark. I'm commenting under your comment, Max. You guys are so mean. No. Do you guys know, I regularly search my name. I search myself on Reddit because I really don't want to end up there. Reddit's been so spicy with crochet drama lately. I do not want to end up on Reddit. Slippery how? Why didn't you ask me for help, Roman? Lap size, Brianna. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was just it split, the strand split on my hook. It was sliding all over my hook everywhere. It was a lot. It was just True Boo 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. Oh my gosh. What is everyone's favorite yarn they've ever used? What is everyone's favorite yarn they've ever used? Mine is 24/7 Cotton Lion Brand. Will forever be my favorite. Jenny loves making blankets and shawls. I'm afraid of skinny yarn. I feel I'd never finish, lol. It is a real fear. You know, I really can't say because I've never worked with lace weight. So really, I lied. Yeah. I mean, so, you know, your sock yarn? So smaller than that. Bernat Premium. How does that rate against Premier, Sammy? 24/7 cotton? I haven't used Premier cotton. Apparently Premier's cotton is really, really nice. I can't compare the cotton to the acrylic. But Premier, I think they're coming out with or just came out with a fancy cotton. I can't remember what the name is, but I have to try. I have to try Premier's cotton because I love Lion Brand 24/7 cotton. I think it's because it's mercerized. So if Premier has a mercerized cotton, I will absolutely try that. My favorite yarn is Paintbox Cotton DK. I've heard of that. I like the feel of Hobby Lobby. I like this cotton. I haven't used many different kinds though. I love all Lion Brand. So we gotta test it. We do, we should test it. Jenny, all the bamboo bases yarn I've used have been super slippery and splits. I used a wooden hook last time. I did something in bamboo. So the like kimono-like top that we made with bamboo in YouTube Members Only Live right before the holidays, that one was nice. And I think, I don't know if it's the quality, because that's from Lion Brand, but it was Silk City. So it wasn't like Trubu. I don't know. I like Premier Puzzle Yarn. Oh, Premier Puzzle Yarn is fun. I have some Premier Puzzle Yarn left over from the Kimo Cardi that I made with YouTube members, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. I might make a scarf. I love Lion Brand of what I've tried so far. Lion Brand is nice. The mandala cakes are very, very nice. I feel like I just started getting into Premier. I just started getting into Premier with a pattern that I was testing. And then the yarn that I'm using that I used for New Year New Blanket is Premier. And I do really like this DK. I don't know if I've used, is Mandala DK? I think Mandala is DK. It's like a thin DK. Is it DK or is it light? Let's look it up. I can't remember. Jenny, is Mandala Bonus Bundle, is that DK or light? Or DK or sport? That was DK. I think it's DK. But it's DK. Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you, Sarah. I was like, is it DK? This is a worsted DK, anti-pilling. And then what I bought for my testing is a, not worsted DK. This is a worsted acrylic anti-pilling. And then I bought an anti-pilling DK acrylic. And I really like Premier's anti-pilling yarn. It's really nice. It's a little pricey, but it's really nice. Really nice. I highly recommend grabbing it when it's on sale. The most saliest sale that it goes on is during Black Friday. That's the most saliest sale on the anti-pilling yarn. So if you're interested in getting anti-pilling yarn for like your future blankets and stuff, I highly recommend buying it during Black Friday from Premier Yarns, because this yarn is nice. This is a very nice yarn. Yeah, mandala's nice. Other than Heartland, etc., I love also Karen cakes, macchiato, cloud, blossom, and lion brand pound of love, Hobie mercerized cotton. Oh, Hobie's cotton is good too. Oof. Have fibers flying around everywhere. I have some anti-pilling from Premier and I agree, it's lovely. I love the colors they offer. The colors are nice. The colors are nice. This is the yarn that I will likely be using for all of our New Year New blanket. I love the quality. I love the colors. Like this is like really, really nice. As someone who like really likes blankets and like finding good quality anti-pilling yarn that doesn't feel so plasticky, I feel like is not very easy. And Premier's anti-pilling, very nice. Very, very nice. Mary Jensen, hello. Hello, hello. What was I asking? Oh, how's your hexie coming? How's your hexie cardi coming? You said that you think it's too small? So 100% agree, Fontrella. I really like the Brunette Super Value yarn too. Oh, I don't know if I've ever tried that one. Is that just like a worsted or a blanket? No worries, Lisa. Worsted, but it's kind of a thinner worsted. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, what is the worst yarn y'all have ever worked with? What's the worst yarn y'all have ever worked with? Again, mine would be Trubu. That's probably it. It took me a minute to get used to sugar and cream because of how stiff it is, but now I really like it. But Trubu, I just like could not get used to. My pro Marie Kondo. Oh, Missy. Some brown I'm using right now from Red Heart. Oh, is it the same brown that Alexis was using and it's so scratchy? Yeah, she said that's the scratchiest Red Heart yarn she's ever used. Bernat blanket super chunky. What happened? Michael's Classic Cotton or whatever the sugar and cream dupe was. I don't think I like it either. I don't. It like was squeaky on my hook. I agree, Jen, because I have some right here, left over from my Daisy Days tote, and then the like cute little duffel bag that I made. I didn't like it either. I thought it was just me. Mary Jensen eyelash. Oh, I couldn't imagine eyelash yarn. Absolutely could not imagine eyelash yarn. Do you like Z Twist? Oh, Z Twist yarn is probably my most favorite yarn to work with. So I was just talking about this with another person. Should we switch to Manicam so that y'all can see? So Z Twist, I have Z Twist. Where is it? In my little basket? It is. Let me grab it. So Z Twist yarn. Z Twist yarn is yarn that's twisted, plied, in the opposite direction that most yarn is plied, like regularly. Yarn is plied in a way for knitting. Yarn is plied for knitting. So it's twisted in a certain way so that when you knit, it like locks the fibers together, locks that twist, locks the ply. If you are a right-handed crocheter, that is it. It undoes the ply. It does not lock it. If you're a left-handed crocheter, it does. If you're a right-handed crocheter, it is not so much like loosens it, but there have been yarns I've worked with where as I was crocheting, it was unplying the yarn. And I'm sure like the yarn just wasn't plied very well, but it was unplying the yarn. Versus if it was Z-twist, which is Lion Brand 24/7 cotton. Lion Brand 24/7 cotton and mercerized cotton in general, usually. Yeah, always general. Anyway, mercerized cotton is plied in a Z-twist. So first they get each of those strands and they twist it this way first. Then they twist it the other way to lock it in together. It's that final twist. It's that final twist that is important. That's what makes it either an S-twist yarn or a Z-twist yarn. So I'm gonna do this real quick. Z-twist truther. I wanna show y'all. Water break, cheers. Unclaw your hands, unshrimp your pasta. Okay, so let me show y'all the difference between Z-twist and S-twist. So I have Z-twist yarn here. Oh, I can use this. So I want to be sure I can untwist it so that y'all can see. That happened to me. I'm right-handed. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if many of y'all were able to get Bella Coco's sport weight merino wool. Merino? Wool. Her wool from Hobie. She did a collab with Hobie to make yarn specifically for crocheters because Bella Coco is on it. And I love this yarn. I love this yarn. Such fun colors. I'm wanting to do another order, but I gotta wait for a good sale to cover those tariffs. Okay. So here's an S twist. Here's a Z twist. Let me get my notepad as well, because this is how I'm able to like really see it. Okay. So we have an S and we have a Z. Okay. S and Z. What you mainly want to pay attention to is this part of the letter. So basically you have this and this. So that's what makes the direction that the yarn is going when you look at it, when you're just looking like just down at it. So you can already see which one is which. That's going to tell you whether it's an S twist or a Z twist. This yarn here, my Premier Cotton Anti-Pilling Worsted, Everyday Worsted, it's a long name, I love it, is an S twist. So you can see each of those fibers, each of these plies are going in this direction. Okay, so they're being plied this way, which is clockwise. Yeah, they're being plied this way, which is clockwise. Okay. As a crocheter is working with it, right-handed crocheter. Where did my hook go? When you're working with it as a right-handed crocheter, you're twisting it, your hook this way. You yarn under, blah, 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 yarn under, pull through, yarn under, pull through. Do you notice which way my hook is going? It's going counterclockwise. So you're going in the opposite direction that an S-twist yarn is plied. That is why this yarn is not great. S-twist is not great for right-hand crocheters. However, that's the standard. S-twist yarn is the standard. So depending on the yarn and depending on how well it's plied being they took the strands and twisted them together to make the yarn, depending on how well it's plied, it could untwist, it could loosen, because you're doing this motion with your right hand as you're crocheting. So you're going in the opposite direction that the yarn is plied. The opposite is true for Z-twist. Z-twist is the best. So this yarn that Bella Coco came out with is a Z-twist yarn. So it was plied counterclockwise. So when you are crocheting with your right hand, you are then going counterclockwise and thus tightening the ply. The definition of the stitches used with a Z-twist yarn, y'all, is beautiful. It is like literally something to behold as a right-handed crocheter, because I feel like the reason why I love 24/7 cotton, it is a Z-twist yarn. I didn't know that when I first got it. It just looked really rope-like, and this looks very rope-like as well. I don't know if you can tell, but it looks very rope-like, and that's just because of the way that it's plied. It's the way that it's plied. And see, I'm not even twisting it the right way because I'm used to twisting the other yarn. There we go. Oof, can I get this undone? There we go. So each ply is twisted in an S twist. So this ply is twisted clockwise in an S twist. They took each of these, twisted them in an S twist, and then twisted them together in a Z twist. So that's why it looks so rope-like. And then as you crochet, going in that direction, it just tightens up. It tightens up with it. It's so nice. It's so, 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 so nice. So if you look at this one very closely, you can see that each ply is going in this direction. It's going counterclockwise. It's going like this part of a Z. So if you are a right-handed crocheter, hi Gremlin, how are you? Look for Z-twist yarn. I cannot stress that enough. Z-twist yarn would be your best friend if you are a right-handed crocheter. Your projects, the definition in your projects will be nice. The definition in your stitches will be nice. It's like, it seriously is like working, it's almost like you've never worked with yarn before. Like, I know I feel like I'm kind of like really like building that up, but when Joanne was open, I kept stock of 24/7 cotton. I kept stock of it. Another brand, actually a newer brand. Can y'all help me? I don't know why I can never remember his name. But he and his partner just came out with some yarn, cotton yarn. I think it's DK, and theirs is also Z-twist. Will the packaging say Z-twist, or do you just have to look? So yes, some will say that it's Z-twist in their description. Like Bella Coco, I'm pretty sure it says Z-twist on the Hobie description, like the Hobie listing for her yarn. I think it says Z-twist, made for crocheters. And then Dude's yarn, you guys know what I'm talking about? He makes some really good mask clothes. So he came out with some yarn in order to like help, like to encourage making those clothes. He does it with his partner. He like started crocheting to help with his smoking, to like stop him from to break like his habit. But I just can't remember his name. Every time I see him, I'm like, that's you, but I can never remember his name. So Dawn, not every time it will say that it's Z-twist, but just look at the direction. Just look at the direction of the ply. Draw an S, take that middle section, look at your yarn. Are the plies going in that direction? Are they going in this direction? Then it's a Z-twist or an S-twist. It's really, really, really nice. Do I have that in here? Yeah. So this is the Perfect Crochet Finish by Jane Crowfoot. She also goes into Z-twist and S-twist. This is where I learned it from Elise Rose's video that she did on this book. So she has a whole section on Z-twist and S-twist. Yarns can be spun in an S or Z twist. The twist can affect the softness of the yarn, and some looser spun yarns can unravel slightly as you crochet. That's Z twist, that's Z twist, S, S, Z. Oh, that's so fun. She has like 3 Z twists and 3 S twists in here. I think that's it. That's all that she put on here. But let me switch back to the Manicam and I can show you the diagram. Because then you can actually, she has like the S and the Z laid on top of what look to be like big strands. So then you can kind of see it better. Yeah, I'm hoping that you guys can see that. So let me see. I'll show you guys the book too. It's kind of bright. So I hope you guys can see that. So you see these strands here? So you see how she lined up the S, the middle of the S, and the middle of the Z with the direction of the strand? I'm hoping y'all can see that. This is The Perfect Crochet Finish by Jane Crowfoot. Highly recommend this one. Highly recommend this book. Lots of good tips and tricks on crochet and understanding crochet. Yeah. So that's what I mean by following the direction of the center part of the letter. I love how she did this diagram. It's clear in the Manicam. Thank you, Mags. Thank you. So that's how you can tell. So even if you took like a little note, like keep a little note in your bag with a big S and a big Z, and then just hold the strand of yarn next to it and see which direction your plies go. Then you'll be able to see if it's S twist or Z twist. I like so nerd out on Z twist. And then, so the reason why I specified mercerized cotton, every time I say that word, I feel like I say it wrong. What else is new? Mercerized cotton has to be twisted a specific direction. So mercerized cotton is typically, I think I maybe found one that wasn't, but mercerized cotton is typically spun in a Z twist yarn. So Lion Brand 24/7 cotton is mercerized cotton. And then for other fibers, you have to intentionally twist it in that direction. So Bella Coco's wool, this wool yarn, is specifically twisted for crocheters. It's not that she had to do it, it's that she chose to do it. Because thank you, Bella Coco. So if you want to try out cotton yarn and you happen upon some mercerized cotton, check to see if it's Z twist and get it. Try it out because I cannot tell you, it is so different. I can't remember what number episode it is, but when I first tried the Bella Coco yarn, it was during one of the members only lives. When I first tried this yarn out, I sat there and was like, oh my gosh, like it is like, I wish I had the top in here with me so y'all could see it. But if you look, where's my video? Let me grab it. If you check out this video, you can see the top that I'm wearing that's made from this wool. And like, it's so nice. Every stitch is defined. Every stitch is defined and it's so beautiful. I made the Summer Lacy top by Bella Coco, or not Bella Coco, I'm sorry, by Knit Crow Addict. Right? Yeah, it's this video. So if you check out this one, it's one of the tops. It's that top that I'm wearing. If you watch this video, and you can see it. You can see the definition of the stitches in that video. It's so, so nice. So when spinning your own, it's clockwise for the strand, then counterclockwise when plying. Yes, clockwise for the strand, counterclockwise when plying. So that's why I also really do want to learn how to spin my own yarn, because I will spin Z twist yarn only. I will only spin Z twist yarn. So if you have a spinning guild near you and you're interested in learning how to spin as a crocheter, I recommend it. Then you can make your own yarn. you can do your own Z-twist yarn, because I don't know how much is out there aside from mercerized cotton. Premier Puzzle is Z-twist. Premier Puzzle is actually Z-twist, and that's acrylic. I don't know why they chose to make a Z-twist. I don't know if it's because of how it looks, because it looks fun. Like strands, I don't know. It's like way over there. But Puzzle, I wonder if that's why they called it Puzzle. The two Z's. I wonder if that's why they called it Premier Puzzle. But Premier Puzzle is Z-twist. And working with that was awesome. I loved working with Premier Puzzle. So they have a Z-twist yarn. And it's bulky weight. So if you want something with bulky weight, but you want it Z-twist, check out Premier Puzzle. Okay, let me show y'all how to do the edge before we go, because there is something like with these stitches that I would definitely want to specify. So let me put this there. Put you back in there. Okay. The border. So let me do this here. Okay, so for the border, for this one, I would leave your stitch markers in until you get into those stitches, because you still need to work in those stitches. But for the border, after you've repeated row 2 until you're at 17 for small, 29 for medium, and 35 for large, do not fasten off. You'll just chain 1 and then turn. You're going to single crochet in every stitch across. For the top for every size, you're going to decrease by 1. For the bottom of every size, you're going to decrease by 2. Make sure that you just count every side so that you're at your magic number. For small, that's 20. For medium, that's 32. And large, it's 38. Okay? And then for the sides, you'll increase by 3 on all of them. So it's 1, 2, 3. And that should be pretty simple to remember. Decrease, decrease, increase. Let me work across here, because the only thing is the sides. I want to be sure that I point out where to work into for the sides. So we have to decrease 1 in the top. So I'll place a stitch marker to remember to decrease. So once I reach that stitch marker, I'll decrease. Again, you don't want to do your border too tightly. Do a nice neutral tension. I'm here at my stitch marker that I've marked for a decrease because I'm at the top of my square. I'll insert my hook, yarn over and pull through. Remember, not too tight for your decreases. Insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over and pull through. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Make sure they're loose. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, making sure not to tighten it. And then we're going to carry on the rest of the top, working in each stitch until we get to the end. And we'll work in this final turning chain as well. Oh, I'm not in it. Took out my stitch marker too soon. This is what I mean, how you can easily lose it. Okay, there we go. And then we'll chain 2 for the corner. Now, for the sides, you'll make some simple increases, just sprinkle them in there. Just sprinkle them in there wherever you need them. But what I want to point out is that depending on which side you're working on, not really depending on which side, the row that starts with the turning chain can look a little, I was wondering if Brianna, if you would catch it. The row starting with the turning chain can look a little invisible. You just want to be sure that you go into every single row. So that would be this one. So this is that kind of like invisible row here. It's basically the chain, the turning chain. Because you work a single crochet in that turning chain, you kind of tighten it and like tuck it in by working in it. So it makes it a little short and hidden. Just make sure that you go in it. It's really it. It's not anything like dire or anything like, but just make sure you don't skip it because we're going to be increasing. So you want every row. You want to hit every single row and then your increases as well. So what I would also suggest is putting your increases in those like tighter, smaller spaces because then it'll be less obvious. So this is the more obvious row. So I think that's the single crochet. Yeah. So that's the single crochet. Because you're pulling it and stretching it up, it opens it more. So that's the single crochet. So whatever row this is that ends with a single crochet. The rows that begin with a turning chain, that is this. Yeah, that's this one here. So you see how much smaller it is? How much more nondescript it is compared to the single crochet starting? This is also here. So you want to just make sure that you go to every single row. That's it. Keep track, count, make sure you're hitting your magic number, but also don't miss. Where is it? Don't miss that hidden row. Okay. And then this one. And once you get to the bottom, you'll chain 2, and then you'll just go into one of the loops from your chain per usual, and you'll decrease by 2. Super, super simple. Make sure you hit every chain as well. Very, very simple. Very simple stitch. Love this stitch. The border is very simple. Just make sure you count every side to be sure that you're hitting your magic number. Especially before you fasten off, because I'd hate for you to have to like go all the way back. So just make sure that you hit every single stitch at the ends, and across the top and the sides, and across the top and the bottom. That's our Sedge stitch, friends. Are there any questions on the Sedge stitch? Any questions at all? It's a really good stitch. Really, really good stitch. I feel like it's an underrated stitch. I feel like a lot of stitches are like the Suzette. And actually now I have 2 projects using the Suzette stitch. I feel like I hardly ever see the Sedge stitch. Of course, Renee. Thank you. Yay! Oh, I'm so glad, Mags. No questions, but a big thank you for teaching me another new stitch. It's beautiful. So far, we're almost done. We only have 3 stitches left. I can't believe it. We only have 3 stitches left. And I can't remember the next. I have to remember to tell y'all what the next stitch is. Thank you. This was so much fun tonight. Of course. Thank you so much for joining. How many new stitches have you guys learned so far from this blanket? How many of these stitches have been new to you? I would really love to know. That's probably going to be in the Google survey that I put out at the end of this as well. It's like, how many stitches did you end up learning? How many of these stitches are new to you? Seven, Mags? Renee, 2 so far? Really? 7? Oh, that makes me so happy. Which is your favorite one, Max? Renee, which of the 2 has been your favorite? Yay, that makes me so happy. Apparently I don't venture out much. That's okay, you know what you like. But is there a stitch that has stood out to you that you're like, oh, I'm absolutely going to try this? Kathleen, so far 3 new stitches for me. Yay! In the survey, I'll probably ask your guys' favorite stitch. And whichever one gets the most votes will be a stitch that we will definitely be in the next one. I'll probably repeat a few, but they'll be, I want to have like the like, what should we call it? I want to call it like fan favorite, but like the crochet friend favorite, I feel like that's like hard to say. 2026 favorite? New year, new blank, like 2026 new year, new blanket favorite? I'll like highlight it for the following pattern, and then we'll do that every year. We'll like have the favorite from the year before featured. Like maybe like smack dab in the middle of the blanket or something like that. Oh, stitch of the year. Yeah. Stitch of the new year. I think I like that. Stitch of the new year. Because this is like a whole like new year project. Roman, write that down. Moss and Sedge. Hard to choose. Oh, the moss stitch is nice. I think this one and the cluster V are my favorites. Yay! I do love, oh gosh, I love the cluster V. I love the block stitch, despite my complaints regarding the ends. Sarah, that's perfect. Stitch of the year, stitch of the new year. Stitch of the year. Yeah, I think stitch of the year is fine because we're starting the year with this blanket and every blanket will be a stitch sampler. I'm just telling you guys that now. I like stitch samplers. It helps with my ADD, my ADHD, not doing one stitch for the entire blanket, which is why I like my doodad blanket. So every blanket will be a stitch sampler. Everyone. So we'll have a featured stitch of the year. So like we'll pick the 2026 stitch of the year, and then that will be carried on into the pattern for next year. So I'll be sure to keep a slot. I'll have to wait then because I've already kind of planned next year's blanket. I just need to crochet a swatch to get it going. But I'll be sure to keep a slot open for this stitch of the year. I really like the V stitch and the moss stitch. Yeah, the cluster V is really nice. The cluster V is so nice. Water break, unshrimp your hand, or unshrimp your hands, unclaw your hands, unshrimp your pasta. Cheers. Peggy, griddle stitch for me. I've learned 3 so far, griddle, block, and short wave. Long wave when it comes around. Nice! Every new stitch I learn makes me want to crochet a new project. It's working, it's working. I've enabled you. My enabling continues. Mwahaha. Mwahaha. Through learning. Ha 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 ha. I'll have to workshop my evil laugh, but you guys get the gist. Oh, that makes me so, so happy. Yay! The long wave is fun. The long wave is fun. I'll have a chart for that one as well. Those kinds of stitches are best in charts. The plan's all coming together. Oh, you're doing a scarf in the griddle stitch? I love it. So now when you guys are out in the wild, in the crochet wild, and you come across these stitches, you'll be like, I know that. You'll be able to skip half the blog. I already know that. I already know that stitch. Next. Oh, good. That makes me really, really happy. Makes me so happy. So the next stitch, the stitch for Saturday, this Saturday at noon, is a crossed double. Crossed double. That one is a fun one. I've always loved the crossed double. So we'll be doing that on Saturday. You'll want color D. Yeah, whatever you selected for color D, that's what you will want. I'll have the pattern out hopefully Friday evening. It's not a tough one. So I'll have that one out Friday evening for y'all. And then you'll have until the morning to like check it out. You can do it ahead if you'd like Michelle did. But the crossed double. There are several ways to do the cross double. This is the way I like to do the cross double because it adds a bit more girth to it. So it's an alternating of cross double and single crochet. So very, very simple. Let me get the blanket. Super simple stitch. Let me get up. I don't want to knock everything over. I've done that one. Juan the Yarn Addict has a blanket called Twins Crossing. Oh, that's so fun. Is there a single crochet row between them or is it just cross double? Because it depends on like the look that you want. On if you do single crochet row in between. And because this is a blanket that we're giving to charity, I didn't want it to be too meshy. So there's a single crochet row in between mine. So this is the crossed double. Isn't that so pretty? And then you have all of your X's going in the same direction. Ching, 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 ching. So it just looks really, really nice. Another cross double. So you'll need whatever color you assigned to D for Saturday. I know, isn't it pretty? You guys want a manicam shot? Yeah, I prefer the single crochet row in between. That's how I first learned how to do it. And then I came across a tutorial that didn't have it. And so I learned that way as well. But I was like, I like the single crochet row in between. Yeah, it's really, really nice. It's a really nice stitch. Good yarn eater. It's quick, very easy. 2-row repeat. So be sure I'm not holding it upside down. Here we go. I'd say a great light blanket. Like you could use worsted weight yarn and it still wouldn't be heavy. Just want to be sure I don't knock all my stuff off putting this blanket up here. But I want you guys to see, especially with the single crochet row in between, because it really does change the way it looks. If you do a crossed double and you don't put that single crochet row, the X's like change directions and you have the wrong side of the X. That's also why I like doing the single crochet row, because then you always have the right side of the X facing. The wrong side of the X looks okay, but it's like chunkier. It's not as smooth. No, let me just show you. So this is it here. Isn't it pretty? It looks almost like checkered. Like it's just fun. So this is the single crochet row and then there are the crossed doubles. It's just such a pretty stitch. And so the back, do you see the difference in how they look? Like the back side of an X is kind of like, it's just like chunky. It's chunkier and knottier. Like that's why I always say about the back side of a double crochet. The back side of a double crochet just looks very like knotty. It doesn't look as wrapped as the front side of a double crochet. So when you cross them, then I feel like that the knotted look is exacerbated because of crossing. So that's why I like the right side only. You can see the difference. This is the wrong side and this is the right side. And then I wish I had my swatch handy, but across the cross double crochet without the single crochet row in between just looks like, it's like a mesh stitch. It's just very, very meshy. And I feel like it loses its shape. It's not as structured. So that's why I also like the single crochet row in between. So this will be, we'll go over this stitch on Saturday at noon. All right, let's check the poll. That was a very, I'm sure for people coming in with no context, looking at that poll, they're like, is this a cooking class? Is it a kitchen class? Thank you so much to our top crochet friends, Mags, Sarah, and Monique. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Monique, for being a member for 5 months. Thank you for being here. And thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. I really, really appreciate it. Such a clean stitch, isn't it? It's so nice. It's so, so nice. So keep an eye out on Yarn Over Hook for the pattern come Friday evening. Probably be maybe Friday morning. Friday. It'll be out Friday. This one you don't really need a lot of ahead of time stuff, but I'll post it Friday. And then next week will be our last week of stitches. So then the week after, we're gonna do seaming and the border. My square should change to red tomorrow. Really? I was wondering when. I was wondering when people were gonna be red. We'll see. We'll see. I can't wait to see. Thank you so much for being a member for 6 months. Wow. This is incredible. I still can't believe this. This is incredible. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Tomorrow, again, the stitches is postponed until Alexis gets back from visiting with family. So just keep an eye out for when Stitches comes back. But we'll be doing some square ups, games, giveaways still. So make sure that you tune in at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. So I'll see y'all tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. Thursday will be our members only live. I'll have updates for the sweater. I have not been able to put it down. I did another workout on my bike last night and worked on it. It's cool because it's just easy, but it's wool, so I get sweaty. So I have to like hold it a specific way so that like it doesn't get like sweaty. I should just put it down, but you know, whatever. It'll be blocked, it'll be washed. So I'll see YouTube members, I'll see y'all on Thursday for updates with that. Hopefully we can get to the sleeves. I think I'll be on the sleeves by then. And then Saturday live will be at noon and we'll be working on the crossed double. And it renewed today, so hopefully, thank you so much for renewing, Renee. Thank you. I can't wait to see y'all 6-month messages. Thank you. Don't forget to check out this week's, not this week's, but like Saturday video upload. So let me get that for y'all. It's another pattern roundup, so you can get some inspiration on your next patterns, on your next crochet projects. Let me send that. Pattern round up part 2, or episode 2. Yeah. Whoops. I hit enter too soon. Rude. Remove that. Round up ep 2. There we go. So make sure you check that out. Give it a like, a comment, a hype, if you will, if you don't mind. And I will catch y'all tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. This is so awesome. Thank you all. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing as always. I had so much fun as always. And I hope that y'all have a great rest of your evening and day. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you, Mags. Bye, friends. Bye, everybody. Before we go, I want to give a huge shout out to our YouTube members. Thank you so, so much for your support. Your membership helps us to create videos just like this one. Thank you again so much for supporting the Yarn Over Hook team, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye! Yarn Over Hook, social media for crocheters. Create, learn,
and connect with other crocheters from around the world. Join for free today at yarnoverhook.com.